Hey, this is Sean from Sean Solo Sabers, and today I wanted to demonstrate Luke's Return of the Jedi lightsaber hilt. Neopixel Smoothswing. This is made by Damien Sabers / LGT Saber Studio. So for the price point, it's one of, I think, the better deals out there as far as something that looks like a replica. It's not maybe the most accurate replica, but certainly, again, for the price, the technology you get, the Proffieboard, the Smoothswing, the Neopixel blade, it's really not a bad deal at all. So I'll give you a closer look here. It's nice and shiny. And it's got the clamp card. That's your activation button. This is a one-button setup. And Dylan, my client who bought this, thank you by the way, Dylan, opted for a 32-inch blade. So that's what's installed, and that's also what's coded for. So you can see the tip animations much better. So if you've been seeing some of my earlier videos, I changed up the setting a little bit so you could see the blade styles better. I found out that if you have a backlight, it really gives you a better opportunity to see what's actually happening on the blade. So the first 6 fonts are custom added fonts, some from saberfont.com and some from Kyberphonic. The first one is kind of a secret one. It's called the Grumpy Uncle from Kyberphonic. So sorry, Dylan, I spoiled the surprise. But I think it's one of the cooler ones that you can get for a Return of the Jedi hilt because it's from the newer sequel movies, and it's only really shown, I believe, God, it's episode 8 or 9, and it's only really shown for just a couple seconds. So this is a Kyberphonic font. So again, smooth swing. Single button press is your ignition, and then you're going to press it for your blast or deflect. Click and hold, and then point up and clash. That's for your lockup. And the lockup is dynamic. You can see based on the angle of the hilt, it changes. Make sure you can see that. It changes where the lockup is happening. So if it's further up, it's closer down. If it's further forward, it's further away from you. Now point down, press and hold the button, and then clash for your tip drag. And then press and hold and stab into something gently for your melt effect. Now as you rotate the hilt, that changes the color of the melt effect from a darker red to a lighter orange. Pretty cool. Double click and hold for lightning. And when the saber's off, you can actually play music if you double click real quick. And then you can ignite the blade, you can play with the saber. All the same effects still work. Etc. There's a couple more effects here. Double click to stop. When the blade is off, stop the music. You can also, trying to think, mute. Mute is click and then hold when the saber is off. So now you get the blade effects, but you don't get any of the sounds. So if you want to practice quietly, you can do that. Press and hold to turn the saber off. Now to go to the next font, you can either press and hold until you hear a sound, or you can click, long hold, and then lift off.
Father and Son.
This is called Father and Son. It's another Return of the Jedi. By the way, the blade style is random flicker, and I feel like that most closely represents how you see lightsabers on the screen, so that's why I use that blade style. And then I tend to prefer the sequel effects because it's a white effect on the blade, and especially on darker colors, it comes out really nice. So all the same effects, music, lightning, etc. So just like I showed you on the first font, they work for all the different fonts. So let me just go through here.
Give me the motto.
This one's called Yamato. If I'm honest, I have no idea where it comes from, but it's really cool. It's like a real sword. So that's called a Preon effect, and I put a white blade style on it. And there's some yellow effects in there as well, you can see. Again, all the same effects, music, etc.
Get strong.
Tron.
This is Tron, so let me play the music for you. That's pretty cool. And so I did a strobe effect for this one. You know, for a non-Star Wars font, that one's pretty cool. I just like that movie a lot. That was the Daft Punk soundtrack. So let's see what's next.
Master Windu.
Mace Windu. Again with the random strobe, or random flicker rather, in purple, because he has a purple lightsaber. Let's see what his music is. I like the prequel blaster sounds are really cool. Nice. Okay. There's a lot other programming on here that's maybe necessary or not. That was the battery you just heard, the battery level. So let's see what's next.
Second sister.
Okay, so Dylan wanted Dooku. I totally forgot that Dooku already comes as a standard font on the LGT Saber Studio Hilts, all of them. So what I added instead is Second Sister, because Dooku's a Sith font. I think Second Sister from the video game Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order. I think that one's really nice. It's got a nice, this is a strobe effect that goes up the blade, kind of almost like a fire. And this is Kyberphonic. Again, dynamic lockup. This one has music as well. Let's just figure that one out. And the next font is Kylo Ren.
The dark side.
He'll show you the dark side. He's dead serious. So these are all the standard fonts from now on that come on all LGT hilts that I sell. This blade effect is super cool. I think they did a really nice job on it. The music is a background track on this one. It's very cool. So again, there's music on all of these. Let me just show you what the next one is.
You're hard to get rid of.
Oh, this is Rey. It's got a really cool Preon effect where it winds up and then it ignites. So it's like blue-green and then it ignites. Very cool. I'm going to kind of speed through the rest of these.
The dark sword.
This is the dark sword from The Mandalorian. Ascension. One of my favorites because I know I do that like every video I make. I saw the Darth Maul Saber too, by the way. So if you can imagine that happening on both sides of the hilt, insane. Very, very cool. One of my favorite fonts.
Dathomir will be your prey.
I keep forgetting the name of this guy. He's from Jedi Fallen Order. He's like the first boss, major boss that you run into on Dathomir. And he has 2 lightsabers. And everyone out there is like, it's this guy. Ben Solo. So cool, random flicker. Blue saber. Dark blue, kind of like Obi-Wan.
Empress Palpatine.
Empress Palpatine, I believe from episode 9. Kind of a flame-ish blade. Like a slow flame. Very interesting. Very cool. So really cool light on effect. And then the turn off effect. It kind of all collapses into the center and then goes down. Really cool.
Count Dooku.
Count Dooku. So Dylan, this is number 6 for you, buddy. Let's just play the music too.
Master Yoda. You are the bold one.
I can't figure out if this is General Kenobi or Grievous. I think it's Grievous. Rogue Commander.
Darkness.
This one's cool. It's a multicolor. It's like dark red to orange at the bottom.
Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker.
This is, I believe, Empire Strikes Back Graflex. So it's got that red, or the blue rather.
I'm Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis. His orange saber.
The General. To me, she's wrong.
General Leia. I like the blade effect on this one. I like the ones that kind of shimmer.
You've never fought anyone like me. I am Revan.
It's Revan.
The dark side. My master.
This one's like Force Unleashed. Now, by the way, you can change the colors on any of these. If you point down, press and hold, and then twist, you'll hear that ba-ba-bap. And then as you rotate the saber, you can change the color. So that one, let's just make it red. Let's make it a different shade of blue. Darker blue. Not bad.
Spectrum.
This one is multicolor. It's like a flowing rainbow. It's pretty cool. Not from a movie necessarily, but this is kind of like an Ahsoka Tano.
This is the way.
That's your battery level.
Go away.
And we're back to the secret one, which is first, Grumpy Uncle. Dylan, thank you so much for your purchase. I really appreciate it. If anybody has any questions, by the way, let me show you real quick how to charge this bad boy. All you do is twist off the bottom here, and it has a USB Type-C adapter, if you can see that. That's where your speaker is as well. So you don't have to take the battery out to charge this. It's really cool. It comes with everything that you need, the cable, and I also include a brick. So most companies who sell these sabers don't include the brick. I include the brick. I'm just saying. Again, thank you for your purchase. If you have any questions, let me know. SeanSoloSabers@gmail.com. Check out all of my options at my own personal website. That's new. SeanSoloSabers.com. Thank you so much.